Hi Virgo, and welcome to your July 2020 collective reading. This will be a general reading for all the Virgos for the month of July. Thank you for being here today. If you're a returning subscriber, then a huge welcome back and thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you find some really good guidance and information here that can assist you through the month of July. And if it does resonate with you, of course, feel free to subscribe. But if not, then just hopefully you enjoy the reading. So let's get into it, Virgos, for the month of July. Let's see. I think we'll go with this one first. So I already do pre-shuffle most of these cards before I start. Obviously, I call in my guides and protection before all of that. So that's why I'm able to jump just straight into the readings. So let's see what we have for the Virgos for July 2020. Oh, okay. Right. Virgo, July 2020, please. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I feel like Virgos are in a pretty good space right now. I just feel like there's a lot of movement happening. So you could be experiencing, that's twice now that the Ten of Pentacles has come out in the pre-shuffle. So really good sign for you guys. A lot of you could be, as I was saying, moving, but really finding that stability. This is good news around finances, around homes, generational good news. So I'm just not going to read too much into that one. If it does want to come out and it's more of a message, it will come out with the rest of the cards. So let's get some more for the Virgies. All right, you guys ready? Yeah, okay. Let's go. All right, so Virgo for July, we're starting off Ten of Cups. Ooh, Ten of Wands. So including the Ten of Pentacles that just came out, that you've just had 3 tens come out here. So really big completion of cycles happening in your life right now, Virgo. Yeah, the Chariot. I definitely feel there's some moving happening, and the Star, but it's very, very positive. So that's beautiful. All right, so let's get into this. So we start with the Ten of Cups. Obviously, this is a very happy home. This is happy relationships. This is emotional fulfillment. I do feel, though, this is very much surrounding, I keep just getting moving. So you're moving home, you're moving cities, you're changing something, and I think that's where we get the Ten of Wands coming in. You could find this quite burdensome at the moment. You could be quite overwhelmed by it all. This could be a project that you've had. I say project, but just apply that how it fits. So this could have been something that you've been working on for quite a long time, but you're almost there. That forward movement is very much also always here, and you'll see through the month of July that you're definitely moving towards that. So if this has been a home or family situation that you have been really struggling with, been in a really difficult period of time with, I feel those burdens throughout by the end of July are very much lightening and coming to an end. This could be surrounding a family situation involving children as well. So I keep hearing it wasn't what it seemed. So a lot of you could have began something, moved in with someone, bought a new vehicle, bought a new car, but it just didn't turn out to be what you thought it was going to be. And it created a lot of heavy energy, a lot of burdens. But I really feel throughout July you are moving through that energy, reaching this stage of completion, this stage of healing, emotional healing and balance. So with the 3 tens, including the Ten of Pentacles that came out, I think a lot of you are definitely at the end of a major cycle in your life. So whatever moves you now make during July are big life altering moves. So it's a positive thing. It will have, it is moving you in the right direction. But I think you're getting kind of a hold on that, upheaval and that burdensome energy, but definitely moving energy here. So apply that how it fits. So let's get some clarifiers for these cards to see exactly what we're dealing with here. But I think the theme for you guys this month, Virgo, is definitely movement. So this could also be purchasing a property, buying a home. You might find that, or building a home. So I think you've very much been carrying the weight of a family situation here as well. Perhaps it's you could be dealing with a Cancer, another water sign, and Aquarius. We also have fire here as well. So you could be had a lot of worries around this particular person. But I feel that coming after July, definitely with the Chariot being here, which is the time of Cancer. So after Cancer season, July will be quite a important month for moving forward, and you'll find going into August. September, I keep hearing for this card, September for the Star card. So by September, I think you'll find yourself very settled again. Okay, so why is the Ten of Cups here? I'm actually just going to move these up because I always forget to move these up while I'm doing the reading. So, yes, now while I remember it's there. All right. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Oh, Virgos. All right, calming on down. All right, so I'm going to have a look at those in a minute. That just popped out. But we have, so the Four of Swords are here. So I think this is you guys in a lot of contemplation. So you're kind of bored. You're looking for that... what you thought was going to bring you that emotional fulfillment didn't actually bring you that emotional fulfillment. And I think this is what's created the burden here, what's created the, overwhelming, well, what now? This isn't how it was supposed to go. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But I think this is you needing to reflect as well and really kind of... think about what it is you actually want and where you want to move to. And I think once you sit with those thoughts and really get clear on what you want, you'll find the energy moves really quickly. So the other two cards that we had come out here, wow, okay, so we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands that have popped out here as well. So definitely two strong individuals here. Fire and water that we have here. So this could be a mother-father figure for you. This lady obviously is a water sign, very, very intuitive, very empathic, very emotional, lots and lots of love to give. But there could be a situation here where this lady is very tired. She's, feeling overwhelmed by these emotions. She's kind of given all that she can. And really doesn't have any much more to give. She's quite trying to find that stability at the moment. And I think with this King of Wands here, this fire sign, as I said, I keep really getting drawn to this as a family situation. So this could be involving your parents, but not necessarily. This could be someone you're dealing with yourself. So there could be a situation here where there's a couple that is just trying to figure out, what do we do with our relationship? Where do we take this? There's a lot of stagnancy and boredom that's happening with this relationship right now. And I think there's you've got two people here who are approaching this from two very different mindsets. So one's coming from a very emotional standpoint. It's very serious to them. It means a lot to them. But the other one is kind of taking it with a grain of salt, kind of going, it's fine, whatever. Or it could be just a very sexually based relationship if this is a relationship between two people that we're dealing with. So that kind of comes back to what I was saying before about something not being what you thought it was. They're giving me now that the story is coming in that this could have been potentially a female who really had her hopes and dreams set on this relationship with this particular male. As I said, it could be a fire sign, but not necessarily. You could also have fire or water in your chart. And I think that she's starting to realize that he isn't what she thought he was going to be, and vice versa. It could be the male thinking about this about the female. So, or same-sex relationships, it all applies. It's the energies that are there. So I think there's a bit of disappointment and burden surrounding this particular relationship. Yeah, I feel that these two people just have realized that they're very, very different people. They want different things out of life. They look at things very differently. But I feel that if this is you, you will get to that stage where you come to peace with that. You're okay with that, and you take control and lead and the lead, and you really move on to where your life, where you really want your life to be, and where your happiness lies. So let's get some clarification for the Ten of Wands, please. Why is the Ten of Wands here for Virgo in July? Yeah, okay, so we have the Crone and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Crone in this deck is a representation of the Strength card. Nine of Pentacles obviously traditionally being that strong, independent, kind of single card. So I think that's basically what's happening here. You may find yourself in a situation throughout July where you're really reevaluating if you're in a relationship. Is this the person that I actually want to be with? Is this the person that I can continue to build a life with? Or am I okay on my own? And I think all throughout July, you're really gathering that strength to move forward. You've tamed the beast. And this is also very much about having each other's back. So there's a lot of you, I may feel at the moment, that you're in a committed relationship or some kind of relationship, and you give and give and give, and this person just doesn't have your back. On the basic fundamental level of a relationship, this person just doesn't have your back. You can't kind of rely on them. So I feel throughout the month of July as well, you're really gaining that independence. You're really gaining that stability for yourself. You're starting to now think in terms of a single mindset rather than a couple, because I feel like there's just been a lot of disappointing energy here in a relationship, but a lot of just being let down. So, of course, that's for you that are in a relationship. Those who are single, I really feel that you're really stepping into that single independence. So there could have been a time, especially throughout this year, where you're kind of getting the sense of loneliness. So you really wanted to be in a relationship. But I think that's kind of the idea of that, is you're kind of moving forward with that as well. And I mentioned earlier, you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign here. We have a representation of Leo and the King of Wands here, so definitely a lot of fire energy that could be surrounding you, Virgos. But I really think you're mastering that strength. You've tamed the beast within, so to speak, and now you walk side by side rather than looking to someone else to provide that kind of happiness and commitment for you. So, I mean, that's an amazing thing. We should never. I always kind of say that we have to have happiness within, and the other people that come into our life are just an addition to that. They cannot be the reason for that. They have to be an addition, because we have to have that foundation and stability within ourselves. So I think a lot of you have been guided to working on your self-worth, really kind of thinking highly of yourself, because, why shouldn't you? So let's clarify the Chariot for Virgo in July. Why is the Chariot here, please? Why is the Chariot here, please? Yeah, so I definitely feel this forward movement was very stuck. You guys might have been in a very slow down period, and just that time of contemplating and gathering your strength of, how do I move forward here? Where do I move to? Do I move forward with this person, or do I kind of... but I think a silver lining of what's happened of you realizing that all is not what it seemed with this particular individual or situation, is that you have been able to master your emotions. You've been able to gain that physical strength, that inner strength, that mental strength, and are now moving forward to this beautiful Chariot energy where you're taking the lead, you're balanced, and really moving forward to that healing energy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I just said. So the Ten of Pentacles have just come out to clarify that. So, because this came out at the start of the reading, it's just confirming for me that this is what you're moving towards. This is your ultimate goal. So I think a lot of you that are going to see this particular reading really have this in your mindset. This is what you're working towards, this financial stability, this family connections, the generational knowledge. You could also have a lot of assistance through your ancestors right now, so really important to call upon them when you're feeling low or feeling down. They are there to guide you and help you. So that's what you're definitely moving towards, but it's up to you to make this choice to stand in your power and really take control of this situation, because this is what's waiting for you. The Ten of Pentacles and the Star. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful. This is good luck. This is good fortune. This is blessings upon blessings, but you have to be open as well to receive those blessings. So you can't, giving your power away to someone else is just blocking your own blessings. So let's clarify the Star for Virgo for July 2020, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah, see, look, Ace of Cups, man. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is that emotional fulfillment. This is that taming those energies. This is new love. Excuse me. You could definitely be dealing with a water sign here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is just absolutely beautiful. This is new beginnings. And this is, there's heavy energy surrounding family and emotional fulfillment right now. So being with the Star, I also feel that you're really healing those energies and moving forward into this family. I think you could also have some new additions coming to your family in July, but there's a big bright offer of love coming in here as well. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to clarify why the Ace of Cups is here a little bit further. Let's use these babies. All right. Why is the Ace of Cups here for Virgo? I mean, that's an absolutely beautiful energy. The Star and the Ace of Cups is what's coming for you. Excuse me for one moment. Sorry, guys. Highly annoying. All right, let's go. So I think this is what you guys is on your mind at the moment. You're after this Ten of Pentacles. You want your Ace of Cups. There could be also a reunion, a family reunion involving family members that you haven't seen in a very long time. But that might be only for a small amount of you. I feel very much this is your ancestral support. They're showering that love on you. They're really giving you that guidance to clear that heavy emotional energy away, which is, I think, has been caused by this burden around the home. So let's get some further clarification, please. Why is the Ace of Cups here for Virgo in July 2020? Why is the Ace of Cups here, please, for Virgo, July 2020? Ace of Cups, please. This one's taken a little while to come through, so yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, beautiful. So we have awakening. So you're awakening to this new love, this new passion, this new desire that's inside of you. This is a time of spring. So depending on where you are in the world, whether it's the northern or southern hemisphere, this time of spring is exactly when this is happening. So this could be very soon for you, or say within the next 10 months. But I feel there's such an amount of new growth here, really new opportunities. So a lot of you as well might be surrounding yourself with flowers right now. Being in the garden is very, very beneficial. You could also be assisting family members with their gardening. So this could be grandparents or people who represent that role to you. Just those older people in your life who you're very connected to, you feel a very strong emotional bond with. And I feel if you have been going through it in a relationship, this is where you're going to receive your healing. A lot of you, I keep getting the message, need to be in nature as well. So waterfalls, if you have access to a waterfall, is really important for some of you right now. So if you can get by waterfalls, that will heal you and cleanse you. This is just a need to recognize as well that you have so much goodness within you. I keep seeing a picture, they keep showing me a picture of someone who's really doubting themselves, really doubting their worthiness. There's a lot of negative self-talk going on that they're doing to themselves. And this is Spirit just wanting you to really hear this clearly, that you are a beautiful, beautiful being. And you need to stop doubting yourself, because you know you have a beautiful heart and so much to give. And once you open to that, and once you realize that and really stop that negative self-talk, you have so much love and abundance and blessings that are just waiting there for you. So really important not to block those blessings, and just allow them in your life, and you will see things change so dramatically. Yeah, so we have the Guardian here. So, you know, you're protected, you're watched over. This is what I was saying to you before. Very, very heavy, heavy energy here of protection of the elderly. So there could be a lot of you at the moment that are worried about perhaps older or elderly people in your life. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on at the moment, but if you have a look at this reading, there's 1, 2, 3... and at the beginning we had the Force. There was 4 cards symbolizing, you know, these older generations that, you know, are full of knowledge and wisdom and experience and have been through so much. So you could also be having parents come to live with you. Maybe perhaps they're moving in with you. But definitely, again, with the ancestral information, you need to call upon your ancestors. They're there. So a lot of you may be getting messages in your dreams, or feeling like, you know, someone's around you. You may be smelling things that remind you of them, and that's just their way of letting you know that they are definitely there. They're on your side. They're holding your hand, and they're walking with you, protecting you through this time. So that's a really beautiful message. Thank you. I keep hearing the name Mary as well, so a lot of you may be connected to a Mary that wants to, you know, let you know that she is with you as well. So, any more messages for Virgo, please, in the month of July 2020? More messages for Virgo, please. Thank you. Okay, yeah, beautiful. So as I was saying before, we've had the fertility card come out. I'll just move that up so you guys can see that a bit better. So a lot of you may be trying to get pregnant. That's why as I said, throughout this whole reading, it's had a very, very heavy family aspect. These are the energies I'm picking up. So a lot of you could be trying to get pregnant, which, you know, if you're not trying to get pregnant, then I would just suggest that you kind of be careful in the month of July, because this is a highly fertile time for you. But those of you who are trying to get pregnant, I do see moving through July into the spring, you could definitely find out that you're going to have a baby. I feel like also a lot of you could be having, if there's fertility issues surrounding this, I feel this is particularly around the female. You might need to get that checked out, or those of you who are currently going through, you know, non-traditional ways of falling pregnant, such as IVF, things like that. I think this will be successful for you. But there is a little bit of clearing away that needs to be done before this beautiful little soul can come and start living their life here. So, and I think that's got to do with mum and dad just doing that emotional clearing. I think that's a lot. There's a very female, feminine energy here who I feel just needs that confidence. She needs that self-worth. This to me is all about loving of the self. So seeing yourself as this bright, shining star, seeing your beauty, seeing your gifts that you give to the world, knowing you're worthy of carrying this child, knowing that you're worthy of this loving relationship, and knowing you're worthy of receiving every blessing that the universe has in store for you. So, really working on that, and positive thoughts to yourself, loving, kind words to yourself will really be helpful for you at this time. So let's get a crystal message for the month of July for the Virgos. This is a crystal you can work with through the month of July. They also come with messages to really, solidify the important energy and information that will really be helpful through the month of July. So what crystal should the Virgos work with in the month of July? Sometimes these cards do take a little while to come through because the energy is quite intense on them. I do recommend once the card comes out that you do pause the video, and if you feel drawn to meditate on the grid, these cards are infused with crystal grids. So meditating on that picture and on that card will really, really instill those energies into you. So can we get a crystal, please, that the Virgos can work with? Thank you very much. All right, that one really wanted to come out, didn't it? All right, so it's number 30, which breaks down to a number 3. So you could, 3 could be an important number for you. So you could be a life path 3. You could have 3 in your birthday. This card is all about passion. So look at this beautiful pink. So this always reminds me of just self-love again, as I was saying back here. You guys are really going to find that self-love and that passion. This is Ruby, which is the record keeper. So just look how beautiful that is. Hopefully you guys can see it and really, really take in those energies. All right, so I'm going to get a further message about the Ruby for you guys. So as I said, it's number 30. So this is passion, shield, and courage. So ruby is a stone that stimulates the base, sacral, and heart chakras. So draw in it when you need courage or strength. So as I was saying before, healing those particular areas will really bring in that self-love. And we've had the strength card come out here as well. I think this really ties back to the beginning of the reading where I was saying that a lot of you are really finding that inner strength, finding that balance to either walk away from something that no longer serves you, or it's just that giving yourself that inner strength and courage to keep going because you're almost at the end of the light, especially if you're dealing with fertility issues. So you know, a lot of you may be feeling drained and exhausted because you're doing too much, or you're just battling through some life changes, which is with those 3 10s here. I mean, absolutely, that's what I said in the beginning. You're at the end of a major cycle in your life. So it's really time to just recharge your batteries. The ruby stone will really help you do this and stimulate your vitality. So it's time to bring that passion back to your life, Virgos, and really ensure that you remember to nurture yourself, which is all about getting into nature, surrounding yourself with those flowers, the water, the self-love, the really positive talk. So it blows my mind how these cards always, really connect in the reading. So, as well as the beautiful qualities Ruby brings, this one is also a record keeper, so a storer of ancient information. So this is what I was saying before about your ancestors trying to get through to you, trying to walk with you, and really, if you think about your lineage and the ancestral lines that date back, eons and eons of years, all that information and all that knowledge, you can tap into that. You just have to allow yourself to do it and accept the help. So if you're seeking those answers, your ancestors are here to give you them. If you find yourself, sat wondering and pondering and really seeking that guidance, this is your confirmation that your ancestors are there to help you and really find the truth about a situation. Yeah, so that's the stone of ruby. So it'd be Really, really great for you guys to work with that this month for those who are really seeking the truth, especially in a relationship situation, or just bigger truths that you may be seeking. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here today. It's absolutely appreciated on every level. Wishing you much, much love, a beautiful July, and I'll see you soon. Bye.